Here are hundreds of tiny creepers with cats inside them and hundreds of tiny skeletons with wolves inside them. These are some Minecraft experiments you absolutely need to see. Can a single pixel of water in Minecraft save you? If you place a chest like this and jump from a high place, surprisingly, just 1 pixel of water can prevent fall damage. But what happens if you replace the water with a cobweb? When I tried it, 1 piece of cobweb also stopped the fall damage. What if we use a honey block instead? Will it work the same way? After testing it out, I discovered that even 1 pixel of a honey block can save you. But what about lava? Can 1 pixel of lava break your fall? When you jump into lava, even 1 pixel won't save you. How many netherite ingots does it take to crash your Minecraft? By filling a shulker box with stacks of netherite ingots like this, then breaking the shulker box and letting it fall into lava, you can make your PC start stuttering. But what happens if you take it a step further? Fill multiple shulker boxes with netherite ingots and place them inside a chest like this. When you break the chest, your PC will explode. Many of you know that Endermen are incredibly fast and can dodge projectiles. For example, if you load a dispenser with a bunch of arrows, the Enderman will avoid every single one. Even when using water, the Enderman will teleport away to escape it. But what happens if you place a single block in the middle of a vast ocean? Can the Endermen still teleport away? As you might guess, the answer is no. Endermen have a limited teleportation range, so if they get stranded, they'll just stand there doing nothing until they eventually die. However, there's a secret most players don't know. Endermen can do something completely unexpected when trapped in water. If you trap an Enderman underwater like this, it will pick up one of the nearby blocks, allowing water to flow in and slowly causing its own demise. If you give a poison to a silverfish, it will start breaking blocks and summon a swarm around it. But what would happen if you made an infested block structure like this, then placed a silverfish on top of it and gave it a poison? As soon as you poison the silverfish, the structure will slowly begin to disappear. However, if you start spamming poison here, the silverfish will destroy the entire structure within seconds. Now imagine if you made an even larger structure, placed a silverfish, and continuously spammed poison around it. You'll truly experience the meaning of "Oh my PC." If you shrink yourself, can you drown in a cauldron? Using the scale attribute command, you can make yourself tiny, but when you jump into the cauldron, you'll just slip right through the water as if it doesn't exist. Surprisingly, you won't drown in it at all. By placing a boat, entering it, and then leaving, you can make it invincible. If you're mining diamonds in a cave and a skeleton spawns in front of you, pressing shift will teleport you back to the boat instantly. This trick only works on multiplayer servers running Minecraft version 1.16.4. Not only does it make you invincible, but your friends will also see you still sitting in the boat even when you've already left. Did you know that in Minecraft you can see through a creeper's eyes while in spectator mode? Here's a fun glitch you can try. If you use the /kill command while inside a creeper, you'll respawn with what's known as creeper vision. It's a quirky way to experience the game. To get rid of this effect, simply press F4 to toggle it on and off. While it might not be super practical, it's a cool trick to impress your friends. Give it a shot and see what they think. Have you ever wondered if a vertical end portal could work? You might think it wouldn't, right? So I decided to try creating a vertical end portal frame. I placed all the eyes of Ender in the frame, and surprisingly, the portal activated, but not within the frame. Instead, it appeared on top. Actually, if you want to make a vertical end portal like this, you can install a mod called Random Portals. With this mod, you can even create an upside down end portal. If you give a glass block to an armor stand, you can clearly see underwater. Just apply night vision to enhance visibility. Interestingly, if there's a block obstructing the view, like a slime block placed directly behind the armor stand, you can still see the objects behind it through the glass. Now, what if you add a honey block? Surprisingly, you can still view objects behind both the slime and honey blocks through this glass. Unfortunately, this feature isn't available in Minecraft Java. In Java Edition, giving a glass block to an armor stand will just make it function like a regular glass block. By placing a diamond in a chest and pressing the 1 key on your keyboard, you can obtain a rare item in Minecraft. In Minecraft version 1.8, this method allows you to get an item with a stack count of 0. Simply place a diamond in a chest, set off some TNT, and at the moment the TNT explodes, press 1 on your keyboard. This timing will grant you this unique item. What's even more interesting is that when you place this item into a dispenser and activate it with a lever, it will start dispensing unlimited diamonds. If you keep duplicating this item, the item count will eventually even turn negative. Which dripstone will kill the villager? The small one or the big one? You might think the big dripstone is the answer, but you're wrong. When you drop the big dripstone, the villager actually survives. But when you drop the small dripstone, the villager dies instantly. This happens because the damage from the dripstone is calculated based on the height it falls from, not its size. Iron golems can be spawned from both the top and the bottom, but what happens if you create the structure in both places? Will a double golem form? Most of you might guess the bottom one will work, but in reality, when you place the pumpkin in the middle, the golem forms from the top structure. What happens if you place a villager in the center and surround it with dripstone like this? Would hostile mobs be able to attack the villager? When I spawn a vindicator here, they don't seem to detect the villager. Sometimes though, the vindicator manages to spot the villager through the dripstone gaps, but even then they can't hit it. But what about a skeleton? Could it shoot through the dripstone gaps? When I spawn them, they seem clueless. None of them notice the villager at all. Now, what if I add trapdoors like this? When I spawn the mobs, they just slip and fall through. How about surrounding the villager with magma blocks? The vindicator actually hits the villager, even while standing on the magma blocks. But what if I surround the villager with cobwebs? This gets fun. The villager manages to escape while the vindicator gets stuck in the cobwebs. And finally, what if I place rails around it? It's hilarious. None of the mobs can attack the villager. They're just confused by the rails and can't figure out how to reach it. Don't break any blocks in this world. Just touching one will cause the entire world to collapse. The reason? This world is entirely made of sand with nothing supporting it underneath. Breaking even a single block will trigger a chain reaction, creating a satisfying 5 seconds of chaos as the whole world crumbles. Can you light a nether portal underwater? Normally, it just won't work when you try. Most players turn to sponges, but they're tough to get and require quick timing to place. So here's a better solution. Skip the sponge and use 4 doors and some dirt instead. First, place dirt blocks in front of and behind your nether portal. Then put doors on top of the dirt blocks. Now place dirt blocks inside the nether portal frame to push the water out. Then remove the dirt blocks once the portal area is dry. With this simple setup, you can light the portal without any hassle and at a fraction of the usual cost. You might think a snow golem can't survive in the nether. Well, the reason is obvious. It's made of snow. But what if you gave your snow golem powdered snow in the nether? Would it be enough to keep it alive? Turns out powdered snow won't save your snow golem in the nether. The only way to help your snow golem survive in the nether is by giving it a fire resistance potion. Can you MLG using a nether portal? Since it takes 4 seconds to travel through, you'd need to build an absurdly tall portal. You can't just light it with flint and steel. Only commands can generate one that big. If you jump from the top, you'll enter the nether just before hitting the ground. But here's the catch. Your momentum carries over, so you'll still hit the floor hard and die. Can tiny skeletons kill me? You're able to shrink skeletons down with a slash attribute command and they look so cute. However, when you enter survival mode, the skeletons will still shoot regular-sized arrows that hurt like normal. If you throw an ender pearl straight up in the overworld like this and then enter a nether portal, what will happen? Will you return and teleport back to the overworld? You might think the pearl would bring you back to the overworld, right? However, if you enter the portal, the ender pearl will activate and you'll be teleported to its location. If you create 2 end portals like this and fill both with eyes of ender, leaving the center spot empty on each, what happens when you place the final eye of ender in the middle? Will both portals activate simultaneously? The answer is no. When you place the last eye of ender, only one portal will activate, not both. When a zombie drowns underwater, it transforms into a drowned. But what happens if a giant mob drowns? Since the giant resembles a larger version of a zombie, you might expect it to turn into a giant drowned. However, that's not the case. Instead, the giant simply dies. The wandering trader is much smarter than a villager. If you set a villager on fire, it will run around in a panic without any sense of direction. Even if you trap it with fences and provide water inside the enclosure, the villager will simply run aimlessly, not thinking to jump into the water to extinguish the flames. You might think expanding the water area would help, but even when surrounded by water, the villager won't use it to put out the fire. It just keeps running around helplessly. The wandering trader, however, behaves differently. If you set it on fire, it will quickly search for water to extinguish itself. Even if you create a maze, the wandering trader will find the fastest route to the water. If you've watched this video till the end, it means you really enjoy content like this. So, why not help this channel grow? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and follow for more awesome videos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.